What's up, everybody? Fortnite bitches. I'm not calling you all Fortnite bitches like you all are bitches of Fortnite. It's Fortnite bitches. Get what I'm saying? Yeah, get what I'm saying. I don't know none of y'all. So, searching, ready to claim. Claim all of those. Ooh, wait. Claim all of those. Pretty cool. Not bad. I thought I was gonna be playing Ghost of Tsushima. They're all like, "Oh, something happened. You need to re-download it." I'm like, okay, whatever. Whatever works for you, buddy. Oh, that's good. I don't have to go through each mode. Okay, that's pretty neat. What the hell is that? That's it, Donna. That's fucking hilarious. Some Lego stuff. Gimme. I'll get back to it eventually. They're like, something went wrong, so they like download it again. I'm like, fine, whatever. You know. So, got 3 minutes till it's ready to play, and then a total of 6 minutes till it's all downloaded. I'm a gamer. I don't care for streaming services. I don't really care for TV. Like, none of that shit. I game. The only reason I kept my Netflix up so long is because my dad was on it. And I'm like, hey, Dad, I need to save some money, so Netflix gotta go. I got Peacock through my internet provider. So, like, that works. For when I do want to watch, I gotta keep my YouTube Premium. I gotta keep YouTube Premium. It's for music. I can't go back to commercials. Once I got a free month of YouTube Premium, and I'm like, no commercials. Ha! I'm never going back. You know, people are like, why you don't get Pandora or Spotify? Because I grew up on YouTube. They got they got movies, TV shows, you know, and just even like fan created content. So it's more versatile than a fucking Pandora or some shit. Ghost of Tsushima ready to play. Personally, it's a lot. I don't even care for no more. Defeat bosses or elite guards. Raise the flag at Camp Christmas. See what that's about. I should have changed my loadout. Yeah, I wouldn't mind some good wings too. Minding my own business, minding my own business. I don't give a fuck about that shit. Minding my own business, minding my own business. Minding my own business, I don't give a fuck about that shit. Thank you. Minding my own business. Minding my own. I don't give a fuck about that shit. Minding my own business. Minding my own business. Minding my own business. I don't give a fuck about that shit. Minding my own business. Minding my own business. I don't give a fuck about that shit. Minding my own business. Minding my own business. Minding my own business. I don't give a fuck about that shit. I'm minding my own business. Minding my your business. Minding my your business. Stop worrying about me, bitch. Hey, mind your own business. Minding my own business. Minding my own business. I ain't worried about that shit. I'm minding my own business. Whoops. Not worried about my broadcast. Download. Installed. Ghost of Tsushima. I started it right before I started playing it. We got 2 different internets in the house because you're not going to be on my shit. I stream. You know, I'm like, I pay $100 and something a month for my internet. Like 111. I'm the only one on it. Sometimes my daughter is on it. It all depends. I might let her get on it. I think her smart TV's on it. Like, we had, well, my TV broke. 2 smart TVs, my PS5, her PS4 Pro. And then she bring her tablet. Not her tablet, she bring her laptop, her phone. Then I got my phone. You know, then my mother got a smart TV, a laptop, a tablet. All this shit. Like, no, look. Hold on. No. Okay? No. I'm not about my damn bandwidth. That's why I download and delete. I deleted download games so much.
Hello?
Yeah, I'd like to speak to a Mr. Tabooger. First name Ollie.
Oh, Bart! My first prank call. What do I do?
Just ask.
Of course, that kid's such a prankster. Ah! Who needs a quickie mark? I work hard. And I game. I take care of what I do. I take care of my hobby. I take care of my kid hobby. You know? What is it you like? know? I'm playing around, man. Not with the shit I love. I'm not your boyfriend. I'm mooching off you. That's why I be poor. I ain't gonna say, that's why I ain't got no money sometimes. I can't say poor, you know? That's why I ain't got no money sometimes. My rent $1,200. My phone bill about 150. My internet about 120. You know, and like I said, that's just the basics. Damn, my daughter been needing shit. Still paying off this goddamn. Still paying off this damn trip to California. They forced me to get there. Go on that trip a bit. Like, I'm taking your daughter to California. I'm like, fuck. How much? Like, you ain't got to pay. Like, sure I don't. That's what you say now. And then it's going to be, so, you know, that trip to California wasn't cheap. Well, I keep bringing it up. You know how much that trip costs? And if I'm going to be paying for a trip to California, I always wanted to go to California. So, we going to California, motherfucker. You know? My mother. I live with my mother. I pay $1,200 for rent. But I'm renting out 2 rooms. A room for me and then a room for my daughter. God damn it, I keep forgetting to change that loadout. Like, mama, how much is mortgage? Sat down and had to talk with her. At the time, she's all like, mortgage is $1,200. I'm like, yeah. All right, I'm gonna match you. Take my advice. And you could take at least half of what I match you. If I match you the mortgage and you could pay off the mortgage in half the time. Or at least, you know, definitely more than half than what we're doing now. You know? Like, if that's what it is, here. I can't tell you if she is or not. Just know right now, she ain't complaining about shit. Except when I have company, though. You know? I'm at you on the rent. I'm at you on the mortgage. That was the day I changed. That's after I decided to change my life around a little bit and live a little bit more responsibly. I'm at you on the mortgage. Pay off the mortgage half the time, a third of the time. You know, because people always like my family. You know, just different. People always talk about how Mexicans live. Like six families in a house. Yeah, they all pay towards the fucking, towards the mortgage and shit. That's how they own their house faster than most people. So, if we know this, why not live like that? People will sit there and make fun, but they won't live that way. Oh, bullshit. I'm waiting for your ass to jump through. Right, you'll make fun, but you won't take it, you won't process the example. You won't process the example, you won't mimic the example. Motherfuckers be like, how motherfuckers just moved here 10 years ago and they own 3 properties. You was making fun of them when, there's 3 families living in the house and bought a house, all pulled together their money to pay off that mortgage in 5 years, 3 years. Now they got 3 properties. I'm not a dummy. I want to be able to say, be like, oh, I wasn't here for them all. People don't like to listen. I want to be able to say, my daughter, my nephew, my niece, if need be, God forbid something happens at the moment, but they can live in the family house. Even if my brothers help or not. I don't want that ain't my business. That's not my focus. Because I know they're going to feel entitled, even though motherfucker ain't put a dime to it. Because it's my mother's house. It's my mother's house. Y'all wasn't here making sure this house was owned. But that's neither here nor there. Because this is my mother's house. That's why I always say I live with my mother, or, I live with my mother. Because it's always going to be her house out of respect. I'm like, hey, I'm going to move out at 40. Started at 35, 1200. Slowly build up. It took me like 2 years to get to that, maybe. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, it had to be like a little bit, cause I had my last job 5 years before I got fired. Um, so I'm 38 now, so I had to start about 30, 32. I'm like, ah, here you go. What's the mortgage? I'm at you. You know. Last year I didn't have to pay all of it, all the 1,200. My cousin stayed with us, so he picked up 4 out of that 12. Just you gotta, just is what it is. Not cool. You know whether she did or not, I don't care, cause my heart's in the right place. Like my phone bill, we splitting. I'm on her phone bill plan. That's how she got her tablet. She got her watch. She got her phone. You know, I only got my phone. The bill $300 because she got all the extra shit. I'm like, she's like, technically your phone bill is only $80 or something like that. You just want to pay that. And I think it was cheaper than that too. I'm like, nah, I'll split it half with you. Let me spoil my mama for a second. Let me help you out because I can. I'm a capable person. Which one is it? No, that's not the one I wanted. But I like this one. The one with the nimbus. You know? Like, shit, let me spoil you. I'm capable. Uh, it's soldiers at arms. Nigga, if you capable of serving, get your ass up and serve. Who am I serving? I'm serving my family. I'm in the service for my family. My mother, when I was, it took a lot to get to this point. You know, it's crazy. Some people would be quick to run out and go put the money in somebody else's household or spend it on a bitch or you know, they spend it on the bitch that's cheating and her kids before you put it in your own people's household. I was raised a little bit better, you know? So I'm like, here's the plan. 40. You know, 'cause I even moved out again once, you know, I was putting in 12 even with her guy here, type shit. So it's like, I have a question. I like 0 point bad. God damn it. So, we gotta find a fishing spot. Gotta find a fucking. Where's the dock? First and foremost, usually there's a rod at a dock. Docks are usually on the outskirts of the thing. You know, just it is what it is. I'm a gamer. It's what I do. Some people merely adopted gaming. You can tell by personality type. Ooh, you know what I'm looking for. Hey there. Come here. You're not gonna get away from me, fishy. I like the 0 point stuff. The only reason I stayed away from this is because I just learning to build. I didn't want to learn to build. It's got to be an adult. Now, at some point, I had to grow up. I had a kid at a young age, forced to mature and grow up a little faster than most. You know, whether people saw it or not, I did. So, did what I had to. It wasn't easy. Sometimes people only saw maturity, immaturity, not knowing, like not thinking. You're asking me to live like a 30-year-old at 18. You know, like you asking me to live and be as wise as I, just 10 years, 15 years older than I'm even capable of comprehending at the moment. Not that I was a bad father or nothing. You know, at that age, society don't necessarily look at you in the system as you need a full-time job. And then being a male, it's like I couldn't claim my kid on my taxes. You know, it's a difference when you can file your kid on your taxes because now you're in the system as having a kid. You know, so when you hear trust the system, sometimes you got to because the system sets you up a little bit better because they know your needs are a little bit better. You know, they know your needs a little bit better. You filing for a kid, you filing taxes on a kid because you got a kid. So now you need the resources for a kid. You need the job. You need the money. You know, that's why some women, you know, they just have a little bit more. It's because they get to file the kid. In the system, you got a kid. You need a full-time job now. When the kid find a full-time job a little bit faster. You know, it sounds stupid, but it's really not. The fuck is a super squishy? Give up the power. Right now. No, this sounds stupid, but it's really not. Because it's in the system, it's what you need. It's not you know, you're trying to get over on the system, where so many people get over on the system. You know, that's why sometimes, you know, you ever heard your parents say, I don't know how I made it, how we made it, but we made it. Because, you know, you get everything that you need. Sometimes it don't seem enough. In God we trust. It's on the dollar bill. The system is made for you. They want you to put your trust in the system. In a higher power. Our magical AI overlords. But yeah, sometimes you gotta put your information in. Black people are told, don't trust the government, don't trust the system. That's why a lot of people go without. Because they don't want to enter the information and stuff that could help them. You know, if you don't enter your name, if you don't enter your name in applications, you won't get the job. if you don't enter your name in FAFSA, you won't get student grants or, financial aid. If you don't enter your name, your information, you just won't
Mouse
get.
speaking.
Is Mr. Freely there?
Who?
Freely. First initial is IP.
Hold on, I'll check. Is IP Freely here? Hey, everybody! IP Freely!
So you gotta think about shit like that. Like, hey, don't enter your information. Don't trust the system. When the system is made to help you out. Hey, what's up? Just fuck. You gotta enter your information. But like I was saying, as a dad, I couldn't get certain things because it's like they're like, oh, you're a young man, as a young dad, you're 19, 20, you ain't got no real bills, you ain't got, this and that. You know how hard it was to find a fucking full-time job? How hard it was to find a job at all. Then they want to pay you pennies because you don't have real needs in the eyes of the government. So now people are like, oh, I need you to be 30 years old at 18 and I need you to have the knowledge of a 30-year-old, the poise of a 30-year-old, the mindset of a 30-year-old. Ah, man, I like the sensitivity. At 18, well, actually, I was 22. At 22, they want you to have that. Like, and when what the fuck you want from me? I'm doing my best. I'm only 22, 21, 22. Like, you're not good enough. You suck. That's horrible for a young man's fucking mindset. But people don't get it sometimes. Like, I always been in my daughter's life. I always did everything I could. That was never an issue. Right, you ain't got caught. So it's, it is what it is. Don't trust the government. Don't trust the government. Usually people that tell you don't trust the government trying to fuck over the government or fuck over the system. You know? So you don't enter your information. You don't enter your information. You don't get, that's when it becomes, it's not what you know, it's who you know. Because it's made to make sure we get, that's why it's here. That's why they tell you vote. Make sure your voice is heard. You know? Because even if the bill don't pass, let's say 100,000 people vote, 60,000 voted yay, that leaves 40,000 that voted nay. There's still 40,000 people that feel this way. So we have to look for we might have to revise what we just did in order to help suit that 40,000, because that's still 40,000 people that feel this way. That's a big number. You can't just ignore 40,000 people. Like, that's the end of that. We voted to get it settled right now. That's a lot of people to ignore. Like, too bad, deal with it, bitches. You still got to find the medium so that the vote go from 60-40 to 80-20. And then it's like, well, okay, for the last, what can we do? For that last 20%. You probably never ever have a full just 100% because people. Shit, when has the last time motherfuckers can't even agree on what to eat? And we talking about, all these people that agree on the fucking government, on rules and regulations. Somebody's going to be slighted somewhere. But to go from 60-40 to 80-20, that's a big change. I think of stuff like this all the goddamn time. Just think a little bit different. Where the hell is that Quickie Mark? Oh, wait, what the fuck? What the fuck, Quickie Mark? Quickie Mark? Who needs a Quickie Mark? Who, make it a Bricky Mark? What the fuck? gotta go there. It sucks. Where's the car? It's that big floppy donkey dick. So, no, I'm not saying just trust anything blindly. I'll never tell anybody that. Know what you read, what you're signing up for. You know, like, okay, sir, it's time to get fucked in the ass. Like, what? Right here's your signature. I just wanted to play Fortnite. You didn't read the fine print, did you? It says in order to play Fortnite, every 10 years, the Fortnite CEOs get the fuck you right in the ass. No lose. Like, what? Like, if you're lucky, they might spit on it. Fuck too. Now, you signed a contract and you've played for 9 years. You have to uphold your end of the contract, or we can legally chop off a testicle or remove a testicle. What? You know? That's just how the shit is, man. It's just how the shit is. So, it wasn't easy. Oh, son of a bitch. That's the both me. One shot? One shot? Plutonium? Oh. Can't go back to home. Kill me, man. I got no car. Who do you think I am? For real, my dude, the boss? But yeah, you know. But finally, I got my shit together. Like I said, I spent good money. Spend good money. You know, I don't leave with money. I don't look like a person. Like the money I do use to take care of, I don't look like I got because I don't leave with money. Sometimes I look like I got money. You know, just because I'll keep my hair done, you'd be like, I don't know. He might be catfishing. He honey dicking out here. You know? But when I got, I don't mind spending. But I do mind spending because you're not going to come to me talking about, hey, I need some money. The fuck? You ain't got a job? Oh, what? Nah, you stop. What's your power level? I don't know what that is. Oh, what? Yeah, I'm strong. I'm masculine. Is that what I'm tracking? I hope it's what I'm tracking. What? Ah, because you're not going to come up off that bridge. Register. That's why I ain't got no money. Man, call around this bitch. Minding my own business. Not worried about this shit. Minding my own business. So, you know, my people be like, they already judged me. You stay with your mama. Or, you know, I feel like that at times. You know, sometimes they don't say it. But that's just how I feel. Like, you stay with your mama, you ain't got no car. You only knew. And then, you know, it could be like, you ain't got no, and then I'm broke. Because when they want some money, I ain't got no money to give you, bitch. I got a 16-year-old daughter who drained my pockets. When, you know, I got bills. Got shit like that. You gonna pay my bills? You gonna suck my dick and pay my bills? You out here spending money on you? I didn't think so. I don't want no problem. Oh, okay. Wait, I thought I was doing a mission. I'll go there, but I'm not going to this. Ah, I should have used the rift to begin with. You jackass. I should use the bread. Land at Burnsies. See if you got a car out front. Take the whip. We got a car. Got a jacket. Just so far. Son of a bitch. You started busting at me, bitch. You remember that? It's minding my own goddamn business. You just walk on water? Run fast enough to run on water? Dope. Shit. Oh, no problem. Put that shit in the middle between these two shits. Put that shit there. Mind my own business, mind my own business. I ain't worried about that shit. Why? Mind my own business. I don't really give a fuck. I don't play that shit. Mind if I bust the captain and nigga? Somebody tell me they got a 0-point fish. Shoot like a bitch.
Mo speaking.
Is Seymour there? Last name, but
I don't know why they use that. Just gotta understand. We the people make the rules of the government, right? If we the people made the rules for ourselves, how is it really wrong? Only wrong when you don't agree. Like taking away our guns. I do and don't believe in gun control, to be honest. I do and don't. Right? The reason I do is because guns are made for nothing but killing. A gun wasn't made to protect. It's made to kill. Like, look, we need to kill more buffalo fast because the white man is coming to Thanksgiving. And what's Thanksgiving? The dinner we're having. I decided to call it Thanksgiving because I thank them for giving us these guns to kill the buffalo. I'm just saying, just as an over an exaggeration. But it was used for hunting. It's for nothing but killing. Nothing but killing. You can kill more people faster. Kill more things faster. Not just faster, but from a distance. So you ain't got to get up close and almost get killed yourself. That's why guns are there. That's why guns are made. Nothing but killing. So why should the average person hold a gun? Just in case somebody tried to shoot me. Listen how stupid you sound. You carry a gun to shoot somebody that might try to shoot you. But if there's no guns for a person to shoot you, would you still need a gun? You become the person that might try to shoot a person, which is why the next person carries a gun. Now, personally, I don't believe that a person should own a gun. I do believe people should know how to use a gun because it goes into the saying, you know, a country full of scholars leave the people weak, you know, but the strong can't be the ruling class because the strong can't make the proper decisions because everything is just based on strength. Like, you know, you ever seen Team 4 Star? Like, okay, what are we gonna do? Nothing we do seems to, stop it. Okay, I got an idea. Like, I swear if you say punch it really hard, I'm gonna punch you. We can punch it really hard together. Right? Goku don't really have Goku is all American. First thing you do, if punching it don't work, you pull out your gun, which is the Kamehameha. Kamehameha. If you look at the movement of the Kamehameha is somebody unholstering a gun. One hand at the bottom of the holster, one hand at the top for stability. You pull out the gun, you hold it with both hands, and you fire. It's a kid's show, so they can't show the gun. You get what I'm saying? If they can't, Goku's all American. This is right. First thing you do, get the gun. If the gat don't work, then what does next thing America do? Drop the bomb, which is the spirit bomb, which is a nuke. See, sometimes you got to think of things as an adult and not just think of things as a kid. But, you know, I do believe that everybody should know how to use a gun. Why? Because, like the strong people said, the bronze, versus the brains, people that don't know how to defend themselves are left weak and vulnerable. So, my alternative to owning a gun is nobody should be able to own a gun. If you own a gun, we're not going to take away your guns. But for, like, let's say tomorrow, we're not selling any more guns in America. You know, if you have an unregistered gun, we're taking it, but we're not selling any more guns. We're going to put up more gun stores with gun ranges, so that you can learn how to use a gun properly in case time of war. During time of war, each gun store turns into a military operating base. So we should have big gun stores like a Walmart where a lot of people can learn how to use it properly. Competition, sport. But these same gun stores turn into military operating bases during the time of war. How many hours of training you got, operating a gun, stuff like this matters. So we're not just a weak country. Because the moment, we all feel like that. I grew up on anime. So Gundam Wing Endless Waltz is the thing that comes to mind when I think of it. They sent the Gundams into the space during the time of peace. They sent it into the sun. They sent them off planet into the sun. The moment the Gundams left the planet and was far enough, war broke out. And like we're dope mobile pilots anyway. It don't matter what mobile suit we're in. We top notch. That shit, just Gundams were built different. So it's the same thing like if we decide to disarm all our nukes, send them into space, send them into the sun, then somebody pop up. Like, ha! We're waiting, bitch. you know? Not that we can't create new ones. Just our deterrent is gone, right? And that's the same thing as a gun. It's supposed to be a deterrent, right? Motherfucker know you got a gun, they're not gonna fuck with you. And I know, they just gonna make sure they shoot first. And the Solo always shoots first. So, but we the people made the rules that everybody should be able to own a gun, quote unquote. Which to me, everybody has the right to bear arms. I think it was deliberately worded like that for wiggle room. But when I think they said bear arms, everybody have the right to put their hands up and fight. No weapons. Bear arm combat. But they use that word in order to have wiggle room. That's why the argument of pro-gun versus non is still an argument. It's like you're out there bare ass. Your asshole naked. Right? You don't say your ass is holding a gun. What is your ass holding? Nothing. You're out there asshole naked. Bareback. That's a whole different conversation. Ask your kids. Ask your parents. I mean, But this matters. The word bare feet. You don't be like, what are the feet holding? It's naked, it's nothing. But it was stated like that in order for the wiggle room. Because some people the scholars felt this way, or the philosophers felt this way. And then, those that rely on strength, that believe that a country has to stay strong and vigilant in order to stay, to ward off as the first deterrent to invaders. Like, oh, look at those pussy ass people over there. They ain't got nothing to defend themselves. Let's go take their shit. And they have to think like that though, because those people understand that there are people that just believe in force. There's some people that don't believe in negotiation, that don't believe in peace talk, that don't believe in philosophy. So in order to have a middle ground, they worded it like that. Because the philosophy of war, if a person can, will they? Sometimes you have to take it as, if it's a possibility, you have to be prepared. Even philosophers might not be the strongest, but they're not dumb. Like, you right, but we can't just tell people, here you go, here's shit to go kill motherfuckers. Like, we're gonna say you got the right to bear arms, and however you take it, you take it. You know? Right, leave it up to the people to decide when it's the time to bear arms as a country and when it's the time for peace. Right? Got to be a group decision. Fuck that! That's why they always ask. It's always a popularity poll before we go to war. How does the country feel about this? And they go by popularity before they even make it a whole thing. Like, well, popular opinion says Donald Trump is the president before he even president. Because popularity, he's popular. That's why the popular vote matters. Just popularity. And that's why if fucking Oprah ran for president, Oprah will win. Because of Oprah's popularity. Beyonce can run for fucking president and Beyonce will win. Because of Beyonce's popularity. Nobody gonna give a fuck about her political views. She could be like, I believe that we should all eat babies every morning and light the flag on fire. Whatever you say, Beyonce, we love you, Beyonce. They're not gonna give a fuck. Like, every morning you have to say, oh, hell, Beyonce. We love you, Beyonce. Then it's gonna be Beyonce versus Taylor Swift. See, people right now, like, I vote for Taylor Swift. I vote for Beyonce. That motherfucker is just a popular vote. We shouldn't be voting for none of these motherfuckers. They don't have any political experience. I don't even have to guess. You shouldn't be voting for none of them. They don't know shit about politics. You know? Like, what you gonna do? North Korea decides to attack. I'm gonna go up to Kim Jong-un and I'm gonna say, baby boy, you stay on my mind. Complete my fantasy. Girl, tell me how you feel. You know? Like, it sounds like a plan to me. Beyonce got that shit. Which might work, you know? Because men done, you know, weirder shit to get some pussy. If you think that you can fuck Beyonce, you're like, okay, I'll get rid of my nukes. But, I'm gonna need a titty picture as, you know, as proof that you gonna go through with this. Right? Beyonce titty worth North Korea getting rid of their nukes? Then a lot of countries gonna start having women as their leaders. Like, you can't trust a man in this dick for nothing. Get his ass out of there. Shit. Making us look bad. But baby, it was Beyonce's nipple. It was all nice and chocolatey, like a Hershey kiss. You can't, right? Don't shoot the messenger. Please don't. I like my life. Just listen to the message. How did we get there? How did we get to Beyonce's nipple? Right? Oh shit, I don't know, but I'm intrigued. Just interpretation of shit. Just I forgot myself. No. No lie, I did. Just talking to fill dead air. Technically. I used to work in the call center. There should be no dead air. Like that. So, your boys look nice in little red and top outfit. Just maturity. So, maturity. Just because it sounds immature don't mean it's immature. It sounds immature. It just sounds immature. Why they all like sending my ass across the map? God damn it. I wanted to be president, but I don't know. I don't got a high tolerance for fucking. I'm like, hey guys, you think that we could use our political power to see Beyonce and Taylor Swift boobs? You think we could get them to push their boobs together? You can say it's for world peace. Alright? Hands in, boobs. Boobs! Get a couple world leaders. Like, look, Beyonce, it's for peace. Miss Swift, do it for your country. Now press them together. And put a little baby oil on it, like Diddy. for the picture. Like anything for the country. I'm a real patriot. I'm just saying. I don't think they'll notice, right? Right? The country thanks you, Miss Yonsei. Or should I call you B? You know what I'm gonna call you? A hero. We're gonna honor this day as I don't know, I can't put it. I was gonna put Beyonce and Taylor Swift together and boobs. I couldn't think of nothing. Beyond Swifty Boobs Day. Right? I think I nailed it. Right, we're gonna honor this day. And every day on this year, every year on this day, women have to press their boobs together as a sign of respect. Beyond Swifty Boobs Day. Sounds like a good holiday to me. See, I might be a good politician after all. I mean, even girls would be like, damn, that's kind of hot. I wouldn't mind saying that shit. Beyond Swifty Boob Day. Make it a thing. Oh, that shit? Look at that shit. God damn. Beyond Swifty Boobs. Alright, like, you know what? I think we should hear him out. Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm a true patriot. Like, excuse me, you know, Mr. President, they want to see your ball sack. Anything for the country. We call it Pick Your Dick Day, where all men have to give out dick pics. That's above the age, the legal age, of course. Pick your dick. Ah. Cable Wonder's open for me. Bang, bang, bang. Like, this guy's trying to fuck the country. For world peace. That's what we're gonna do after all the women decide to run for presidency in their countries because they think all men think with their dick. Because the women are gonna take over. Like, God damn it. Sold out the country for Beyonce nipples. Beyonce and Taylor Swift nipples. Shit. gave up the country. No more men in charge. So we're gonna have to send dick pics. Like, excuse me, Mr. Momoa. Your country needs you. I don't know who ladies like. I'm not a fucking lady. I'm just saying. That's how we're gonna start Pick Your Dick Day. Your country needs you, Mr. Momoa. Jason Momoa. Who else ladies like that? Y'all still like Denzel? Like, we don't want to see his old dog. Come on, Zac Efron. Hey, Ron. You know who y'all like these days, man. I'm not hip. They don't want to see your dick pic. If you want to tell me they don't want to see Jason Momoa's dick, I'll show you a liar. Ah, shit. Right. Alright, Draco Malfoy. Ladies like him. I know a lady that like him. Like, you get to see Draco Malfoy's dick. Tom Hiddleston. Is that his name? Loki. Like Thor and Loki standing next to each other, with Thor's hammer in the middle, talking about the power of Odin. Put a flag at the end of it. Right, a true in there. We're gonna put flags under it and say on it is like a true patriot. God damn it. Ah. Hey, buddy. Buddy, where are you, buddy? I think that's my only gun. Buddy. Hey there, buddy. Pick your dick day. got shot in the dick. Excuse me. I need that. Ah, my power level is maximum. Take your dick day. Right? Let's see. Uh, 20, 25 sexiest men alive. Who the fuck is Jonathan Bailey? I'm not on this list. I ain't on this list. I was born to be on this list. I got Henry Cavill on this list. So, Jonathan Bailey, Pedro Pascal, Glenn Powell, Henry Cavill. Think they could save the world by posting dicks? See, now it's not so hard to think that Beyonce and Taylor Swift nipples will save the world. Press them together. Put a little baby oil on it. Give me the shots of fierce look. You'll give me that innocent country girl look. One bad, one spicy, one innocent. All titties and nipples. All right, we'll change the conversation. I'm not, but, it's not like I'm turned on. Not that I'm not thinking about, like, ooh, it's actually a good idea. Just because that's who everybody argues about. Beyonce or Taylor Swift? Beyonce or Taylor Swift? Shit, ain't none of them giving me some ass. Well, my ass. I ain't getting my shit, but that bitch is Gossip Cleopatra. She's a whole lot of work. Let's see how a bitch build a house. I'll show you how a bitch build a house. Man, I'm thinking about this. I'm not sure. You just haven't had the right man show you the dick yet. Cause sure, old Joe Snow down the street. Man, I want to see that thing. If I let the right person, hey, you want to play with my balls in front of your grandma? Right? Shit, hey, grandma, close your eyes. No, let her watch. Grandma, you gotta watch. Oh, come on, man. You can come in if you want. Just don't destroy my shit, buddy. Okay, that's the bedroom. That's the bathroom. And then on that side, that'll be the kitchen. We'll put the TV here. Put the kitchen in this corner. Put the TV here. Kitchen will be, you got the refrigerator, counter, stove, counter. This count, no. I'll put the stove here. Right here. Counter, stove. Put the refrigerator, refrigerator. Counter, stove. Counter. Damn. And then we'll have to put another counter here. This counter here will be the, what you call it? That'll be the sink. Damn, but I'm on TV right here. Fuck. Actually, I'm gonna gotta take up the spot for this. Put that there. Fuck. Anyway. That's my law. You don't know me. Oh, it's a nice house. You want to sit on my face? Sure. I am what I am. Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson is asking the UN to intervene and stop President Trump from deporting illegal immigrants. Look, I'm telling y'all this. Here's my theory on it. Donald Trump is doing all this because he knows once he's done being president, his wife is going to divorce him. Divorce him, take half his fortune and run to Russia and be with Putin. That's why he's trying to change divorce laws. And that's why he's trying to kick out illegals. Like, I think she's illegal. Hold a knife over her daddy head. Ain't your daddy illegal? That's why he's going on this. Like, shit. You know? He's trying to get himself set for this divorce. Right, his wife is Russian. Better back up off my money, bitch. I'll call ICE on your ass. Change divorce laws and all this shit. Protect man's assets and all of that. I know what I'm saying sounds unconventional. But you're like, ah, shit. Sounds plausible. Sounds feasible. Right? Like, hey guys, okay, I got a plan. We all gotta call a peace treaty, but we gonna say we only do it if the hottest chicks in our country all press their boobs together. You take two from yours, I take two from mine. Like, how many of us is it? That's like 100 boobs. Still sounds plausible to me. I feel so alive for the very first time. There's no tomorrow. I feel so alive. I'm a guy. I love the female form. I don't love it enough to want to have it. Alright, especially for clothes and Fortnite. Comic book shop? Oh shit. They fight, hey, it's Poochie, the rocking dog. You know, I'm not thinking with my PC. Just thinking. When brands collide. Gourd. Revenge of the Coral Buddies. Leprechaun Claws. That sounds good. Fading away. Artsy. No, Wolfbang movies? Wolf Castle? Is that his name? Hounds of Hades. How did they forget that? Of all, that should have been the easiest thing. Right? Now showing Beyond Swifty Boobs. Nope. Sold out of popcorn already. Goddamn. Oh, shit. I'm a gamer through and through, baby. I've been gaming I'm 38. I've been gaming since I was 5. 33 years. Right? You never think about that. I got 33 years of gaming experience under my belt, bitch. Boom, suck my dick. The first game I ever beat was Aladdin on Sega Genesis. I'll never forget. Fuck Jafar. I had 99 lives. 99 lives. Just took all 99 of them bitches and apples out the wazoo. Fucking beat it. That was the first game I ever beat. The second most memorable game I beat. Memorable after, you know, is Resident Evil. Trying to shoot the gun. Resident Evil 2 in 2.5 hours. With no memory card. It was not 2.5, it was an hour and 58 minutes. With no memory card. In one sitting. I was playing this clear. And that was the second most memorable. And then I remember that day was crazy. Because we were going to the movies to see Batman and Robin, George Clooney and Arnold Schwarzenegger. And they're like, up, get your ass in the car if you want to go see this movie. You know, you better get your ass up. I'm like, oh, I'm almost done. I'm almost done. Because I had a memory card. I almost, fuck that movie. I'm sorry, Pops, this is worth it. But I am a big Batman fan. You know, some people don't understand what gaming was like back then. It was real doozy. If some games didn't give you like code, you know, you might get it so far in the game, they didn't give you code. They might give you a code so you can pick up where you left off. When you have a memory card, you know, you better memorize that shit that you just did so that you can do it better next time. And memory was a little, people memory was a little bit better back then. Because just, you had to remember shit. Wasn't no phone, you had to remember phone numbers. If somebody took your phone right now and said, what's somebody other than your mama number? Would you be able to recite it? You probably can't even recite the girl you've been fucking for the past 5 years number. Can't recite the dude who last gave you the diddly. Can't remember his number. Ooh. Fair page. Hey, baby. I can use the skirt. Put the gun down. Nah, I'll never stop gaming. Gaming is just what I do. Until I find a woman that understands that, it's just what it is. Like, look, I game. While I game, baby, you know what I'm gonna be doing? If you want my attention, the worst thing you could do is hit me with the don't try to be sexy for me while I'm gaming. Because before I started gaming, I wasn't trying to be sexy. Don't think that I'm supposed to just throw down the game because you're naked. Baby, I see you naked every day. I love it, but I see you naked every day. That's not necessarily a turn on. Talk to me dirty through text or something. Text me. Get me worked up. If you still just get turned on, like, don't get me wrong, naked woman is all sexy and all, but certain times you just like, when you're in the mindset of war, everything's trying to kill me, blah, 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 and you lost a few matches and you pissed. It's not like you can just turn off that. So keep my mind, open. Text me. Baby, look, it's not Beyonce and Taylor Swift nipples, but it's my nipple. Show me your nipple. Ooh, titties. Shit like that. That keeps me aroused. That keeps me turned on. Some women just think because they walk in front of the TV naked, I need to see you hop in the shower. Get your dirty ass away from me. I'm losing right now. What the fuck you talking about? Like, If I see you busy doing something, I'm not just gonna come and bother you too much. Probably text you, baby, want me to kiss your pussy? You're like, no. Let me know when you're done. No. Put the pussy on the phone. Shit like that. Like, have I told you how beautiful you are today? I know you're busy, a little focused. I just want you to know you're gorgeous. I miss you. You know, so when she actually gets time, like, you know what? Been patient. You've been cool about it. Let me go bother him a little bit. But, you know, some women don't think like that, not all. Some women don't think like that. They think, you know, the first thing that comes to their mind is jealousy. You spend more time on that game than you spend with me. You know? And that's not, jealousy is not an attractive trait, baby. Don't nothing turn me on about jealousy. You jealous of an inanimate object. I'm not even out here texting bitches. I'm in here fighting for my life. Fortnite. Apex. That shit's just not cute. It's not sexy. It's not a turn on. Not a turn on. I see you getting your pussy. Now you like, hey, baby. Ah, shit. Woo! Thank the Lord. Hey, baby. Put that book down. You know what I am? The fuck? Don't you say I'm busy, nigga? You know? So, right now I'm single and celibate by choice. Thank the Lord. It's not because I'm ugly. It's not because I'm a loser. It's by choice. You know, women do offer me the cooch. You gotta work once for work mistress. All of that because I'm handsome enough. I just like technically I just don't I got trust issues and all that shit. I don't want to deal with that shit. I don't have time for bitches that can't walk and chew gum type shit. then call you the problem. Everything that a real man is to a lot of women these days is when they cater to them. You know what I mean? If you don't cater to her, you're not a real man. Fuck if you handle your business. Fuck all that shit. If you don't cater to her, you're not a real man. And I'll just not be a real man because a good woman gonna get catered to. You know? You get what you put out sometimes. If a person feel you like that, they just gonna do for you. Motherfuckers might not do for you because you might not be that bitch that you think you are. You might be a bitch, but you're not that bitch. And I, like I said, I was for. That's how I started this whole conversation. I was forced to grow and mature by having a kid and going through so much, you know. And a lot of women haven't caught up to that maturity yet. Then the women that have went through similar experience, a little worn out, tired, like I'm done with this shit. So I feel them. I understand them. I'm a little worn down, tired too. I'm done with this shit. Because women just like men. You know how many women when my child was young, you know, 5, like we gonna say between 5 and 9, maybe all the way up to 12, to be honest. Before I stopped dating, like, oh, your daughter need anything? Like they'll try to buy their way, you know, through your kid to get to you. Just like men. Men will try to buy their way through your kid to get to you. Oh, don't worry. Here you go, little motherfucker. Here's $5. Go get you some ice cream. No, leave me and your mama alone. Women the same way. What you want? I'll buy you anything you want. Now go leave me and your daddy alone. You know, just because they want the man means, not because they care. You know? So, dating this shit, just like, oh, fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. I almost want to sound like they ass. You can't pay my bills and bring something to the table. You keep your ass over there. I got bills, bitch. I got problems. I'm building my credit. So, end of, not end of next year, but maybe the end of next year. My daughter graduate 2 years from now. Because she's a junior now, so she got to go through next year. She starts next year in August. So June, the following year in June, she graduates from college. I'll be 40 with an 18-year-old. She gonna want a car. You know, I already told her we try to get her. I'm gonna work with her mother so we can co-sign to get a good deal to get her a car and, you know, laptop for college. And, you know, I gotta tell my mother, you know, I'll move out then unless she still needs the help or she needs the help. But time for everybody to go into the next venture of life together. You know, I think she'll be 50 I said 50. Not 50, 60. She'll be 6. My mother hit 60. I'll be hitting 40. My daughter will be hitting 18. Everybody going into the next stage of life. She going into her final years of working to retire. You know, finally get her space to herself. You know, try to work on that. Be moving up my 40s. You know, right into my prime. You know, my daughter is a young lady now. A little freedom. So, like, it just worked out perfect. Keep both of their ass in check, my mother and my daughter. Like, you go live with your grandma. She got a house. Uh, you know, I help her pay. I'll help her with some money. You know, grandma ain't gonna put up with that shit. She gonna snitch on you. Both of y'all sit y'all ass in the house. You know, but like, you got your choice. You wanna come live with me? You wanna go live with your mother? You know, she says she's going to go to college, but she's gonna stay in the city for college. Like, you don't have to rush into college because at that age, college is a big decision. To be like, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. To sit down, focus on that education. You know, you just starting your life. You don't even know what the fuck you want to do with your life. You don't even know what to do with your freedom right now, or the ability to move around more. Because freedom is subjective. You know, you don't even know what to do when you can move around more. So to be like, I want to go jump into so much debt, like I did. I only did a semester and I was in debt for so long. To be like, I want to jump into so much debt for something I don't even know I want to do. Why would I even put that pressure on? But here's what you gotta do. You know, for 4 years, whether you go to college or not, I'm gonna coddle you. You can live with me, no rent, but you gotta get a job. Pay your phone bill. Uh, if pay your phone bill and your insurance. You know, give up some money for the car. Buy your own clothes. You know, not that we just gonna be like, oh, we not buying you shit. But these 4 years are for you to learn how to take care of yourself. You know, keep your nails done. You know, keep your car together. Keep your phone up. Keep your clothes together, your wardrobe together. Then after that 4 years. Huh? All right, thank you. Then after those 4 years, you know, it's okay. Now rent. If by then she don't have it together and already got her own place, now rent. You know, about if she still live with us, about I give her this till 30, or I said us, but either one of us, I give her till about 30 before it's all right. You need to start branching off now. Start cutting you off from certain things. Huh, huh, huh. Just, I wish I had that. As soon as I turned 18, like motherfuckers threw me to the wolves. I need. You need to. You need to. You need to. I did get to live in another country for 6 months, 6 to 8 months. You know, but motherfuckers like I need. I didn't have time. Even when I came back, like here, you work here now. I need. You know, don't believe it was that strict. 38, can't have company. I can't even own a pet. I can't even have a dog for companionship. To be like how strict. And I pay $1,200 a month. So just want to set her up a little bit better. You know, I couldn't have company, but when I went out, like you think you grown just to be out. Fuck you want from me? It ain't like I'm running the streets, motherfucker. Sitting here, gaming, rapping, producing. Well, engineering, because I wasn't necessarily producing. My best friend at the time, he's an aspiring rapper. I'm like, I watch 8 Mile too, nigga. I wanted to be a rapper too. I put a few tracks down. I put a verse or so down. You know, he was more into producing because he had all the equipment at his house. I'm like, so we over there doing that. It's not like I'm running the street. I'm not for the streets. I'm a gamer. Nothing about me for the streets. I might have a small group of friends and we all might hang out at somebody's house. You know, because it's a safe place. It's a safe space. You know, the streets ain't safe. Might go out, you know, lakefront or go hoop or something. But like just be ripping and running the street. Fuck that shit. You know? But motherfuckers swear like you joined the gang. Like act like I joined the gang or something. I've been here all day, all this time. You would know what we're doing, what the move is. Maybe to hang here. But that's after I came back from another country and situations changed all. Like I said, life wasn't easy for me. Then I had a kid. Fun definitely stopped. But still, not even gonna get into that. You know, healing still from it all. Because I never wanted to be a weekend dad. I always wanted to be there. My family. Family I created. And those times are dead now. To even think about it is dead. daughter's almost 18. We like have her raised in a solid household, mother and dad that love each other and all of that. So she can see, you know, even if it's not mother and dad, just dad and somebody that loved him and somebody he loved, to understand that, to see that and know that that's okay and it's normal. You know, she just sounds kind of bad. That's why I'm not even interested in a relationship at the moment, because I'm still sore from that. You know, I didn't have a good woman in my house, me, to help me raise my child. You feel me? Not how I wanted things to be. Last I wanted things to be. But that's just how they are. You know? But anyway, it's almost like 9 o'clock. Playing for 2 hours, 2.5. Gonna give this Ghost of Tsushima a try. Peace, love, happiness. I'm Brandon Gordon Gab of GabGames.com. And this has been Fortnite.